Hey my loves, it's your girl Nicole Melissa, your resident matchmaker and relationship consultant, and I'm here to help you do your work. So I just again want to thank those of you that are coming back, returning and subscribing. I appreciate you. I love you deep. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your journey. Those of you that are seeing me for the first time, welcome. I'm here to help you get in right relationship with your kingdom spouse because baby, you're gonna need more than love. You need tangible skills, okay? So before we actually officially get into our meantime series, there's something that I've been meaning to talk to you guys about that I want to discuss. Um, because in my line of work, what I notice when I speak to people, and I'm speaking to people at the end of a relationship, trying to get through to the other side of a breakup or a divorce or whatever the case may be. There's a running theme, and that was they ignored the red flags. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys today about red flags, and the reason why I want to talk to you guys about that as well, especially those of you that are looking for are waiting for your kingdom spouse, or looking for your kingdom spouse, or waiting to be found by your kingdom spouse, whatever it may be for you, is that I don't want y'all to be misled thinking that because this is a man of God or a woman of God, that they are going to not have some nasty traits, okay? You know what I mean? That for some reason this is not going to apply to you. It's absolutely going to apply to you, okay? There are a ton of heathens sitting in this pew right now as we speak, okay? Sometimes the pastor is the biggest one of them all. Just saying. So I don't, you know what I mean? So you need to be paying attention. You need to be paying attention, probably even more so than everybody else. Okay, so, oh yes, I got me a nice little parking spot up front. Say word. So let's first discuss like what a red flag is. I had made some notes actually that I would actually like to read to you. Because those of you that are new here, which you probably don't know, is that I love you. And so I make notes about what I want to say to you, or I read excerpts out of my writings. Okay, hold on a second. The reason why I just want to park so I can take out my laptop and read some things to you. Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. So, get my little trusty laptop. And okay, so first, I don't need my laptop for this. I always aim to share things in very layman's terms. Okay, I think it's easiest for everyone to understand when things are done in layman's terms. Okay, I don't care how brilliant you are or how dull you are. Layman's terms is for everyone. Okay, so a red flag is unhealthy or manipulative behavior. Okay, so what is unhealthy behavior? Unhealthy behavior is things like disrespect, things like abuse, things like lying. These are very unhealthy traits, okay, that one can have, that a person can have. And then there's manipulative behavior. What is manipulative behavior? So manipulative behavior is more like the psychological warfare type. You know what I mean? That's the gaslighting, the intentionally causing confusion, like love bombing, things like that, right? You're meaning to be confusing to somebody, and that's just nasty. Okay, so those are red flags. Okay, now, is there such thing as having a red flag that is tolerable? There is. Okay, so let's discuss that too. Hold on, I'm just trying to pull up here. So for example, in the meantime, I'll talk to you about what I think is a tolerable red flag. So essentially, a tolerable red flag is something that's maybe just more annoying than it is anything else. Okay, it's not going to harm you per se. It's just annoying. It's like, I wish that person wouldn't do that. It's so annoying, right? That's a type of a red flag. So an example of that would be, you're trying to have a serious conversation, that person laughs. You know what I mean? You're trying to have a serious conversation and they deflect. And so, although that could look like a red flag, in actuality, that is something that you can work on, right? And it just takes a little emotional intelligence. And you can work through that, because chances are that has something to do with whatever trauma they've experienced in either childhood and or relationships, previous or prior. Okay. So that's an example of something that's annoying, right? It's like, why are you like, this is nothing funny. I'm trying to tell you something serious right now. Like, I'm trying to have a serious conversation with you right now, and you're acting like, that's, you know what I mean? That's annoying more than it is. It's a red flag that's tolerable, because you can communicate that, and if the respect is there, you guys can work on that as a task together. Okay. And then there's the red flags, and that is just the straight back to what I said, the manipulative behavior. Okay, the abusive type stuff. Okay, those are meant to harm you. Okay, so that's kind of the difference there. I also should add, right, that the most insidious, I believe, the most insidious red flag that there is, and this is for both men and women, is the red flag of, sorry, let that bike go. Okay. Is the red flag of actions not matching words. Honey. Okay. That one is, ooh, treacherous. However, I also think that it is more detrimental for a man to carry this trait, this nasty red flag trait, than it is a woman. And let me explain, okay? Because I feel like for men, because you guys require women to respect you, you need to feel, in order for your relationship to feel satisfying to you, you need to feel respected by your women. This is what I've gathered, okay, from speaking to a lot of different men, different ethnic groups, one thing that y'all have in common is y'all require respect in your relationships. Even the ones that don't get it still require it. They still want it. They're just not getting it. Okay. Okay. This is why you are doing yourself a disservice when you don't back up what you talk about. You do yourself a disservice when you don't practice what you preach. You do yourself a disservice when you say you're going to do something and then you don't do it and you don't follow through. Your follow through game is weak. That is a challenge for yourself, okay? Because she is not going to be able to respect you, okay? It's not even about a choice. Because I think that y'all think sometimes that she's just choosing not to. It's difficult. It's literally difficult emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, and every way to respect someone that doesn't follow through with what they say. They don't do what they say they're going to do. How would you do that? Over time, you just lose all respect, okay? So because you require that, I'm not suggesting that women don't need respect, because we do also need respect. It's just that we can gather respect in different ways because we wear so many hats, right? So we can get respect in other ways that can make a relationship feel good for us. But for you, it's, that one is a prime requirement. And because that's a prime requirement for you, it's really important that you don't play with that, okay? Follow through. It's going to serve you to do that, okay? I can only imagine how wonderful it feels as a man to have his family respect him. Okay. So, lastly, I just want to also bring up that it is going to be easier for you to understand the difference between the red flags that I'm referring to when you first understand your own red flags. Okay? Because to someone else, you have red flags. Okay? And the best thing you could do for yourself, and I'm going to put right here, is to create a personal code of ethics so you can kind of understand yourself better, so that you will have so much more compassion and grace for others when you realize that you need it for yourself, right? And not just say I need it, but actually you know what your strengths and weaknesses are. You know where you're a liability and where you're an asset. And if you don't, you need to. And that's this here, okay? Get into that. So the best way to understand the red flags, and also to not accept red flags, see them off rip, see them from the beginning, and walk away from them, is by, like I said, understanding your own, okay? Working on yourself, okay? Know ye first. Know you first. Understand you, okay? And then it will make it easier for you to understand others, and also make it easier for you to not accept things that you should not accept, okay? And then also make it easier for you to tolerate things that are tolerable, okay? Because we all fall short, okay? So anyway, that is all. I just wanted to just bring that up because I've been meaning to talk to you guys about red flags before, you know, especially if you're in a courtship type of situation, what I think modern daters now call exclusive dating type of situation. You want to make sure that you're understanding what red flags are, and you're not accepting things that are just long term not going to work for you. Because if you accept things that are just actually unacceptable for you, you will cause resentment. And resentment is a murderer. Okay? Resentment kills the situation and makes it so that it's a very painful death. So you don't want to do that. Don't invite resentment into your relationship. And you see it at the beginning. If you see something that is a red flag for you based on what you've learned about yourself and your own personal trauma, and you see that this is not something I'm going to be able to do long term, don't do it. Just don't do it. Okay? God is going to send you someone that you can work with. If this is not somebody that you can work with, then you might need to question if this was actually your kingdom spouse. Is this actually my kingdom spouse? Okay? Because God's not sending you someone perfect. Don't get it twisted. He's not sending you, he's going to send you somebody that he perfectly made. But they're not going to be perfect to you. Okay? There's going to be things that you have to work on. But it'd be good for you to understand yourself first, and then you'll be able to figure out what could cause resentment for you later, so that you don't put yourself in a bad situation. Okay? And I was saying, sorry, let me just finish this point. Just because they are a man or woman of God, it doesn't mean that they're exempt. Okay? To be clear. So, anyway. So, in the meantime, in between time, I love you, mean it, and I will see you in the next video.